The thing that Tim Walz is he's a picture profile in what Democrats do with power. He went into a state at the time was probably considered kind of purplish. It wasn't hard left, deep blue as it is now, because what he did is he went in there and won a race against a Republican, took the trifecta with a 1 seat then majority now in the Senate. And as soon as he got that, he was off to the races in a way that as Republicans and conservatives, we could only dream of in states that we have the trifecta, and we never do. He is the perfect example of when they get power, they use it. They don't bow to anybody. They don't try to play nice with anybody. They go for the agenda. Then they go for the whole agenda. They want to remake the Supreme. They go after it. And that's exactly what he's done in Minnesota. Daniel Horowitz today pointed this out. He said, this guy is DeSantis for his state, but just in reverse policy-wise. But he has taken on the right. He has gone after. He has used his power to become very popular with the crowd that he's serving in Minnesota. And he has gotten stuff done if you are a communist. He has gotten a lot done in that state. So he has done exactly what we wish we could do in red states. He has done in that state, making it hard left blue and getting everything that they want.
Right, but how did he do it? What was it? A mix of, hey, we're going to redraw districts, we're going to do all this, because he just didn't come in there and be like, oh, everything's perfect and people will love me based on it. You got a lot of level-headed people who are going, no, we don't want this. Probably having everything shut down on them. So, yeah, he may have done what all those things, but was it on the up and up? Did people actually agree with it?
Of course.
Or just the small vocal minority and the media and everybody that's in his pocket saying, yeah, we're going to push this through. Don't worry about it. We got this.
He's flipped this state to the trifecta for Democrats. And he's done it by introducing things like fundamental right to abortion through all 9 months of pregnancy, declared Minnesota a refuge for children seeking sex changes, passed the Take Pride Act. This is legislative stuff that he's gotten through both houses, which prohibit nonprofits that serve minors from discriminating based on gender identity and hiring practices, passed protections for women who travel to Minnesota for abortions, repealed protections for babies who survive abortions, stripped pregnancy resource centers of state funding, gutted reporting requirements for abortion facilities, expanded medical assistance to include abortion taxpayer funded, repealed an informed consent law for abortion, legalized recreational marijuana use, increased government spending by 40%, raised the gas tax by indexing it to inflation, repealed protections for babies who survive abortion, stripped pregnancy resource centers of state funding, gutted reporting requirements for abortion facilities, expanded medical assistance to include abortion taxpayer funded, repealed an informed consent law for abortion, legalized recreational marijuana, increased government spending by 40%, raised the gas tax by indexing it to inflation, creating a new delivery fee on all retail orders over $100, increased sales tax and fees for vehicle purchases and registrations, passed a metro-wide sales tax increase, enacted automatic voter registration, passed pre-registration for 6 and 17-year-olds, joined the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact, funded a study on ranked choice voting, passed a bill to provide driver's licenses to illegal immigrants, passed a bill, recognize when I say passed a bill, passed a bill to provide health care to illegal immigrants, restored the right to vote to violent felons who are on probation, created a commission to design a new state flag, which we all remember that video of him bringing it into that shot when he was waiting to go live. It looks like the Somalian flag. Replaced Columbus Day with Indigenous People Day, declared Juneteenth a state holiday, raised the threshold for a political party to attain or maintain major party status from 5% to 8% beginning in the 2024 general election, passed a bill to require Minnesota's electricity grid to be 100% carbon-free by 2040, banned so-called conversion therapy, passed 2 gun control bills, including a red flag law and universal background checks, provided free college at state tuitions at state institutions to students and families with income under $80,000, passed a bill to provide free lunch and breakfast to all Minnesota students, increased spending on K-12 education by 10%, banned Native American mascots, raised fees for fishing, boating, and visiting state parks, created a hate speech database, banned no-knock warrants for the police, created a program that will allow inmates who complete certain programming to serve just half their prison sentences, created a state-run paid leave program that will raise taxes on employers and employees, established a new legal avenue for prosecutors to seek lower sentences, funded a new office of restorative practices that will propose alternatives to incarceration for juveniles who commit serious crimes, in the front door, out the back, in other words, commissioned a study on abolishing cash bail, of course, created a new public database that will assign climate scores to large businesses, capped rebate checks at $260 per filer with income limits down from the $1,000 that was initially proposed. He did all of this in one legislative session. One legislative session. So this is what happens when the left gets power and controls both houses of the state legislature. Could you imagine what happens if they were to win and control both houses? This is what you could expect on a national level. This is the most radical ticket. It's not even close. He's not middle America, good old Joe guy, middle, down the center. He's got all of the just kind of regular. This is what you're hearing today. Oh, he's got everything that's just right down the center of this guy. Yeah, okay. Not quite. The pictures of the cities burning in 2020 is what you should remember when you think of this guy who enabled it, along with his running mate, who raised money for it, enabled it, made sure these guys who were the worst offenders were in the front door, out the back, raised bail money for them. That's who this guy is. That list of things he did is who this guy is. He's no moderate. He's no centrist. He's not even left. Progressivism, Marxism, radicalism is on the ballot.